Guess what? The General Hawk is broke again. Time for a burnout car. She still runs good. And today, well, after road tripping this thing all the way back out here to Texas, we're going to be putting a new motor in this thing. We're going to be better setting this thing up and hopefully crossing into the 6-second era. If I don't hit the 6-second pass today, then, well, I think I'm going to turn this thing into a burnout car. Because I have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. This car has been through so many motors trying to push past the 7.0 into the 690s. And it ain't there anymore. I think like the fastest pass that this engine setup ran was like maybe 8s, mid 7s. I don't think, it was anywhere close to the 7.0 mark. But for people who don't know, this is the General Hawk. This is the vehicle that I built in episode 8 to go up against Sean with the Sean Burst, and ever since, it's just become a full-blown drag car. But recently, it's sat for a long time, and I've recently resurrected it to drive it all the way here into Texas, where we're going to be putting a new motor in it that is hopefully going to be able to withstand a big shot of nitrous. It's still going to be a stage 4 Roadkill engine and everything. It's going to have all the good internals and everything. Well, it's going to have the stage 4 blower still, but the Roadkill engine, it's going to get the heaviest of duty parts to where it can take revving the 65. We're going to tone down the rev range a little bit. We're only going to rev it out to 65, possibly 62. And we're going to try to cram at least a 300 shot down this thing. And hopefully it will stay a little bit better supported. We have a new wheelie bar that we're going to be putting on it from the BeamNG.Drive mod. As you can see here, I'm running the parachute already, because this car is fast enough for that. But yeah, we're probably going to take the passenger seat out for the drag tune and everything, and we're going to really push our limit. But oh my God, stop. Yeah, no, this wheel and tire setup was kind of last minute. It's not what it used to be. Oh, it's still fun though. But still, I think in the long run though, if this thing runs the 6-second pass, oh my God, how stiff the suspension is. I'm most likely going to end up converting this to a burnout car, because when I think of General Hawk, it's not a drag car. It's a car that I can thrash on. And I can't thrash on it like this. The suspension's too stiff. The motor is too much power. Even though if it's a burnout car, it's going to have way too much power. But yeah, no. You might see a major overhaul and repurpose for this car after this episode, depending on how it goes. But I'm praying to God that, It comes back in one piece without a blown up motor. But if I need to, I will run this thing until it blows. If it blows up and crosses the line, and if it's a 699, I'll be satisfied. But that means we only have one shot. But just to start out, like usual, we gotta remove the hood. Because it's just the roadkill way. Removing the hood, it's the best thing that you can do. But yeah, I will be right back. I just need to read my notes really quick. Alright, motor is out of the car. Now basically, it is going to be getting the same size motor. It is going to be 378 cubic inch V8 Roadkill engine. But instead of doing what I've always done, is put the Stage 3 Performance long block in it, we're going to put an ultra heavy duty long block. Now, what does that mean? That means we gain no power off of putting in that block. But that means we gain strength. So hopefully with the Stage 4 blower and a big enough nitrous shot, that will allow us to get up to par with the to the old motor, but also run more efficiently. Now, we are going to be somewhat, scientific about this. Did I put the nitrous kit back on it yet? No, I did not. Let's put that on. We're going to put it right up to the 200 shot, and that's going to be our baseline everything. Oh, and just full rev limiter. We need to rev it out to 65. Maybe we'll start out revving it to 62, just to be safe, and then we'll start to, rev it out further. But yeah, 250 shot worth of nitrous. I think that'll push us over the 1,000 horsepower mark, which we're about to find that out. So let me add on the engine torque graph, and that does not push us past the 1,000 horsepower mark, but it does put us at 1,200 pound-feet with spray, but only supercharged. It only makes 561. That's actually incredibly drivable for General Hawk. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's pretty safe where it's at. That's very little power for General Hawk. But here's the thing, at a 250 shot as it sits right now, this thing is going to be a lot more smooth with the launch because it's making more torque than horsepower, and that's the whole issue that I think I've been having, making more horsepower than torque. The torque is what's really going to propel this car later in the run and let it wheelie less. That's the big issue with the General Hawk, is that it wheelies really hard. But we are going to eliminate that whole chance of it wheeling really hard. We got a whole new wheel and tire setup for the drag racing, and also we got a few new parts that we're going to be putting onto it, thanks to Mio's drag mod. We are going to be putting on a carbon drag wing, the first piece of carbon to ever go on this car, and it's the color of Bondo. But yeah, it's going to be the carbon drag wing. We're taking the passenger seat. Well, we won't take that out yet. We'll take that out at the track. We'll put the hood back on now that everything's squared away there. We might be able to really rev this thing out. which is getting a bit scary. But the new thing is the wheelie bar. So we're going to be using the Pro wheelie bar, and I don't know how well it's going to work with the suspension. You know what? It works. It works. So now, to mark the differences between the BeamNG versus Mio's wheelie bar. The BeamNG wheelie bar mounted underneath the vehicle right around here, but also mounted to this upper bumper bracket here, bringing the wheelie bar to come out to around this point. This wheelie bar is mounted to the axle, more realistic to how drag racing works in real life. Sometimes with pro mod cars, the wheelie bar is located as far behind the axle or close to the axle as you can get it. But also, this one is way lower to the ground, which means it's going to prevent the car from wheeling so high up in the air. The old BeamNG wheelie bar caused the car to wheelie so high up in the air that it caused the car to get uneven, land really hard, and make it uncontrollable for the first 1,000 feet of the track, which means that you really had to kind of drive the car. This wheelie bar is hopefully going to prevent that, per se, but not really sure on that mark yet. But it can still do burnouts, at least. Hold on, I'm getting over rev risk already. Yeah, maybe revving it out to 65 is going to be a little better than revving it out to 7 grand. Oh yeah, I want to do some work with the rear end and everything. I want to kind of clean that up. Alright, let's see. No, it's still giving me the over rev risk. Now I'm beginning to wonder, is this block a part of an outdated mod? Let's put just a heavy duty long block in. Oh yeah, what's my converter at? That's good enough. No, it already doesn't. See, this is why I'm considering turning this thing into a burnout car, because being so limited on performance out of this car, I know this car is really old compared to some of the vehicles that we have messed with. It definitely needs an update and an overhaul with performance, but I don't know, man. This is scary. I'm gonna put it back to 6,200, and I'm going to get this thing. I'm gonna get the rear end straightened out. I'm gonna get everything else straightened out. We're gonna head over to the drag strip, and we'll do a test pass and see how horrible it runs. All right, we're gonna do the first pass. NA, and it's probably going to be incredibly slow. Then we're going to do a nitrous pass. Depending on the nitrous pass is if we're moving in the right direction or not. Oh, it doesn't even have the power to haze the tires. Oh my god, yeah, it can't even do a burnout. An 11-1. Oh, that's horrible. That is so incredibly horrible. I don't think the rear gear change was a good idea. I did put a 308 in this thing now. Through the rear. I don't know if that was a good choice. We're going to keep running it with the nitrous. We're going to see what it does with the 250 shot. If this thing doesn't hit 9s with that 250 shot, then... yeah, there's no absolute chance that this thing will go 6 seconds today. On this unaggressive of a tune. Oh, man. Let's just try to see. Oh, the converter hates it. Nitrous. Nitrous isn't tuned. Never did that. Alright, nitrous is set up to just come right on in first gear at 2,000 RPM. Maybe this thing will do a burnout now with that. Kind of going for it. Oh yeah, hold on. That was peppy. Alright, back up a little bit. Oh man, yeah, it just pushes. These front slicks aren't happy. $9.55. That's a step in the right direction. That wasn't the best of launches, though. So this is rough. These are the episodes of projects that really take a lot out of me. Because this car just never wants to work like it should. Never messed with Mia's drag nitrous before. Oh, the nitrous ain't even on. See if I could just get the thing to haze the tires with the converter. Yeah, there we go. A 9.1, it's a step in the right direction, but it just feels so bad. It's like it just feels like it falls over on itself. And it's doing this weird thing at launch. I don't know what it's doing. I'm not liking it. This is really painstaking for me. Alright, I've adjusted the wheelie bar. Oh yeah, let me back up so then it just hazes the tires. There we go. Alright, now let's see if we can get this thing to go 6 seconds. 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 Oh. I don't know what's happened to the rear suspension between when I last used this car, but I don't think it's what it's supposed to be. It's not right. So yeah, there's no use in using the trans brake. Ooh, it doesn't want to steer. I'm gonna try to give it some RPM. See where I can go from there. To only pick up a 10th. And beginning to wonder if I should just put the wheelie bar on the ground. Just so then it launches straight without like any type of hiccup in the suspension. But I feel like it needs to be stiffened, so I need to look into it. Alright, I've made some adjustments. Ooh, that felt good. There we go. We're in the 8s again. That was a good pass. Very good pass. Okay. We are in the right direction with keeping this thing going straight. Now it's just adding power. So I'm going to throw some more nitrous at this thing. And let's just try to knock a full second pass. Just get right back into the 7s. Get a good haze on them. I'll probably use the trans brake, honestly. Yeah, 855. It still just feels so, like, hazy. I don't know, maybe maybe I didn't put something back in this thing? I don't know. It just feels so, like, you know, it feels like it just has no push to it. And yeah, maybe that's the lack of horsepower, but I don't know. This thing is starting to make me question if it's ever going to be possible to go 6 seconds without, like, fully ruining this car. More nitrous, and I'm going to throw 7 grand worth of RPM at it. I don't think it has a chance. I'm gonna see if it's possible to put more nitrous in it, but I think we're getting close to this motor's limit. Never took RPM away, but send it. Oh man, this thing is really gonna take a lot of nitrous to get there. Let me take the RPM out of it before I actually hurt the motor. Okay, we're back at 6,500 where it should be safe. In theory. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of rev limiter in this race. Seven 835. Now here's the thing that's starting to scare me. I don't know the conversion for kilowatts to horsepower. And I'm at 750 kilowatts, which I'm more than likely sure is about an 850 horsepower shot. Well, at this point, with how hard it's being to get past the 7 mark, it's go or blow. Let's do a bit of Googling here. Let me open up some Google. So 750 kilowatts to horsepower. Yeah, oh, it's 1,005. So basically, I am injecting another 1,000 horsepower into this motor with nitrous. So if I were to go with 1,000 kilowatts, that is 1,300 more horsepower. Send it. We're going full balls to the walls, 7,500 RPM, an extra 1,300 horsepower pill. This is if this motor doesn't blow up, I'm going to be shocked. But it better run a goddamn 6. Motherfucker! Mild over rev damage. Shit. This motor's gonna explode. I'm gonna adjust that wheelie bar and yeah, we're gonna go and add more. Yeah, that wheelie bar should be low enough now. Oh, it doesn't like it. This thing's gonna go. Oh, oh my God. It's right there. It's right there. It needs more nitrous. This better be the one. Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, it's right there! Oh boy. It's gonna do it. If it hasn't blown up yet, it's gonna do it. Alright, it's time to really forget about, you know, the levels of safety and the aftermath of this motor, because I'm probably never going to drag race this car again. It's going to be a burnout car. Just full on. It's at like 1,300 kilowatts, which is probably 1,600 more horsepower. And I'm just going to go for it. And like, I'm going to put it at 1,500 kilowatts. Oh my god. This is the moment of truth. This is the last pass. I wanted to try and keep it easy, but it ain't gonna happen. No! Oh! Fuck! We're not done. We're not done. We still have the old motor. The old motor's in the car. This is the final attempt. If you can't tell, I have dialed down the rev range severely. I'm not even doing a burnout. I'm just going up to the burnout box. I'm hitting the converter and we're just going for it. This is the one. Well, that's it. It was right there. Oh, it's right there. What are we looking like for clips? Oh, my sweet Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of clips. Fuck. Oh, I feel so defeated. So we went and got one last heavy-duty long block to put in the car. I'm gonna leave the RPM where it is. I'm gonna foot brake it, and we're gonna pray that this is enough for a 6-second pass. Oh boy. Oh! Hey, it went at 10-0. Yeah, well, there you go, everybody. That is it for the General Hawk quest for 6's. It's been a while since we've had a very roadkill episode, and this is the pinnacle, of it. 3 motors, a lot of horsepower. I'd have to rev this thing to like 4 grand if it was gonna survive all of that nitrous. There's just no possible way. I'm not smart enough to where I could tune gear ratios and everything to where I could make the rear gears line up with everything so I could use less power to go faster to get a 6-second pass. But no, that's it for the quest for 6's. With this car, at least, we got the new blue BX. That one maybe can run a 6 seconds pass, but yeah, I definitely need a new platform. I need a new powertrain. I need something that's going to be able to take a lot more nitrous than a Bruckle engine, at least for the update that this car is at. This thing needs a big performance update. It needs an update for the rear end. It needs a motor update. The Moonhawk is considerably outdated if you look at the Barstow, the Blue Buck, just any of the muscle cars that I've drag raced. But there you go, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.